Story 1. The Forgotten Woods. As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the landscape, a sense of adventure stirred within me. I yearned to explore the untamed wilderness that lay beyond the edge of my small town. The lure of the unknown beckoned me, and so, with a backpack filled with supplies, I set off into the dense forest, eager to unravel its secrets. The canopy above enveloped me in a green tapestry, filtering the sunlight and casting a dappled glow upon the forest floor. The air was thick with the scent of pine and damp earth, a symphony of natural fragrances that heightened my senses. The rustling of leaves under my feet provided a comforting rhythm, and I marveled at the tranquility that surrounded me. As I delved deeper into the woods, the sounds of civilization faded away, replaced by the calls of birds and the occasional scurrying of unseen creatures. I couldn't help but feel a tinge of unease, a subtle awareness that I was venturing into an ancient realm untouched by human hands. The path grew narrower and less defined, forcing me to navigate through dense underbrush and thorny vines. Each step became a careful negotiation with nature, my heart pounding with both excitement and trepidation. But the allure of discovery propelled me forward. The sunlight waned and darkness crept in like a clandestine visitor. Shadows elongated and danced among the trees, their whispered secrets wrapping me in a cloak of mystery. The rustling of leaves took on a more ominous tone, and I couldn't shake the feeling that unseen eyes watched my every move. A hushed silence settled upon the forest, broken only by the occasional snap of a twig or the distant hoot of an owl. My heart skipped a beat with every unfamiliar sound, my imagination conjuring images of mythical creatures and otherworldly beings lurking just beyond the reach of my vision. Suddenly, a low growl echoed through the trees, freezing me in my tracks. My breath caught in my throat as I strained to identify the source of the sound. The forest seemed to hold its breath, as if the very essence of nature itself had turned its gaze upon me. Fear gripped me, threatening to paralyze my every muscle. But a surge of determination surged within me, refusing to be stifled by the darkness. I tightened the straps of my backpack, clutching the flashlight in my trembling hand. With each step, I whispered words of courage to myself, willing my feet to carry me deeper into the unknown. The forest became a labyrinth, its paths twisting and turning like the tendrils of a sentient being. The trees grew closer together, their gnarled branches forming a canopy that blocked out the moonlight. The air grew heavier, and an unshakable feeling of being watched intensified. My flashlight pierced through the thick darkness, illuminating gnarled tree trunks and moss-covered rocks. But even in the flickering beam of light, the forest seemed to hold its secrets close, revealing only glimpses of its true nature. Time lost all meaning as I forged ahead, driven by a mix of curiosity and an unyielding spirit. And then, as if a veil had been lifted, I stumbled upon an ancient stone ruin hidden deep within the heart of the forest. The ruins exuded an aura of both majesty and decay, whispering stories of a forgotten civilization that had once thrived in this very place. A chill ran down my spine as I stepped closer, my footsteps echoing in the hallowed silence. Symbols etched into the moss-covered stones seemed to come alive, their intricate designs hinting at long, forgotten rituals and lost knowledge. But as my flashlight's beam swept across the ruins, something caught my eye, a pair of glowing eyes in the underbrush. I froze, my breath catching in my throat as the eyes blinked once and vanished. The forest seemed to hold its breath, awaiting my next move. With a racing heart, I made a swift decision to retreat from the enigmatic ruins and find my way back to familiar ground. The forest, once an alluring realm of exploration, had revealed its darker side. It was a place where the boundaries between reality and myth blurred, where nature's secrets whispered and danced. As I retraced my steps, my senses heightened. I couldn't help but cast occasional glances over my shoulder, half expecting to see those glowing eyes once again. The forest seemed to release me reluctantly, as if it had tasted my fear and yearned to keep me within its grasp. Emerging from the dense foliage, I stepped back into the outskirts of my town, the warm glow of streetlights bringing a sense of relief and familiarity. The memory of the forgotten woods would forever remain etched in my mind, a reminder of the untamed forces that lie hidden just beyond the borders of our civilized world. For the woods hold secrets, both enchanting and menacing, and it is in our pursuit of knowledge and adventure that we risk delving into realms where reality blurs and our deepest fears take shape. Story 2. The Abandoned Asylum. As the setting sun cast a warm golden glow upon the horizon, I stumbled upon an eerie sight, an abandoned building nestled amidst overgrown foliage on the outskirts of town. Its weathered facade told tales of forgotten days, and curiosity beckoned me closer, despite the growing unease that prickled at the back of my neck. The building stood tall, its windows boarded up as if to hide its secrets from the world. The once vibrant paint now peeled away, revealing the bare bones of its existence. The air hung heavy with an eerie stillness, broken only by the soft rustling of leaves in the wind. As I approached, a chill washed over me, as if the decaying structure exhaled a haunting breath. Hesitation warred within me, urging me to turn back, but a sense of adventure urged me forward. I stepped cautiously through the broken entrance, my footsteps echoing in the empty hallway. The air inside tasted stale and musty, heavy with the weight of forgotten memories. Each room I explored held remnants of the past, whispering fragments of stories long gone. Dust-covered furniture and scattered documents bore witness to lives once lived within these crumbling walls. The remnants of a forgotten asylum, a place that once held the hopes and nightmares of troubled souls. As I ventured deeper, shadows danced across the peeling wallpaper, their macabre waltz mocking my presence. Creaking floorboards beneath my feet seemed to echo with the ghosts of footsteps that had long since faded away. I felt as if I had stepped into a realm where time stood still, trapped between the past and the present. In a desolate corridor, a flickering light caught my attention, drawing me like a moth to a flame. I followed its faint glow, my heart pounding with anticipation and trepidation. The light led me to a door, partially ajar, offering a glimpse into a room suffused with a dim radiance. Pushing the door open, I entered cautiously, my breath held in anticipation. The room was bathed in an ethereal luminescence, as if a hidden source of energy still pulsed within the decaying wall. The air crackled with an otherworldly energy, raising the hair on the back of my neck. But amidst the spectral glow, I noticed a worn, leather-bound book resting on a dusty desk. Its pages were filled with faded script, chronicling the stories of lost souls who had once sought solace within these forsaken halls. The words spoke of anguish and despair, intertwining with the residue of suffering that clung to the building itself. As I turned the pages, a mournful wind whistled through the broken windows, as if the building itself protested my intrusion. It was a chilling reminder that the past never truly fades away, that the echoes of forgotten lives linger in the very fibers of our existence. Satisfied yet haunted by my discoveries, I slowly made my way back through the crumbling asylum, leaving behind the ghosts that had chosen to reveal fragments of their history to me. The building stood as a testament to the human capacity for both darkness and resilience, a somber reminder of the fragility of the human mind. Leaving the abandoned asylum behind, I emerged into the fading light of day, my thoughts heavy with the weight of what I had witnessed. The world outside appeared a little brighter, a little more precious in the wake of the forgotten stories that lay hidden within those dilapidated walls. For the abandoned building held secrets that whispered of tragedy and resilience, that reminded us of the frailty of our own mind. And as I walked away, a profound understanding settled within me that sometimes the most haunting mysteries are not found in the supernatural, but in the depths of our own humanity. Story 3. Midnight Shadows. As I sat alone in my dimly lit apartment, I couldn't shake off the feeling of unease that washed over me. It was midnight, and the silence outside was almost deafening. I had always been comfortable with my own company, relishing the solitude that enveloped my nightly routine. But tonight, something felt different. I glanced at the clock on the wall, its ticking sound echoing through the stillness. Each passing second seemed to elongate, stretching the fabric of time as I waited for the hours to tick away. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but a sense of impending doom seemed to lurk just beyond my reach. The shadows danced on the walls, their fluid movements captivating yet unnerving. I tried to convince myself that it was merely a trick of the light, but doubt gnawed at my mind. As I turned on the TV to distract myself, the news anchor's voice trembled with anxiety, reporting a string of mysterious disappearances in the area. Goosebumps prickled my skin, and I felt a shiver travel down my spine. With a heavy heart, I decided to retire to bed, hoping a good night's sleep would dispel the unsettling sensations that plagued me. I climbed beneath the covers, pulling them tight around me, seeking solace in their warmth. As I closed my eyes, I could almost feel the weight of the darkness pressing against me. But sleep was elusive, and my mind wandered into the realm of uncertainty. The familiar creaks of my old apartment building seemed amplified tonight. Each noise magnified to a nerve-wracking level. The wind outside howled, creating an eerie symphony that sent a chill down my spine. I mustered the courage to check the locks on my doors and windows, ensuring that my sanctuary remained secure. As I returned to bed, I caught a glimpse of my reflection in the mirror and gasped. There, standing behind me in the darkness, was a silhouette. A figure so indistinct, it was as if it were formed from the very shadows itself. My heart raced as I turned around, finding nothing but emptiness. It was just my imagination playing tricks on me, or so I hoped. In an attempt to calm my racing thoughts, I reached for my phone and dialed a friend's number. However, the line was dead, swallowed by an abyss of silence. Panic surged through me, amplifying my feelings of isolation and vulnerability. Suddenly, a faint scratching sound emerged from the other side of the wall. It grew louder, becoming an unsettling symphony of chaos and dread. My heart pounded against my chest as the noise intensified, seeming to come from all directions at once. The walls seemed to pulse, as if they were alive with some unseen force. Desperate for respite, I bolted from my bed and flung open the front door, desperate to escape the grip of fear that held me captive. But as I stepped outside, the night sky turned an inky black, devoid of stars or moonlight. The air grew heavy and oppressive, making it difficult to breathe. Lost in this labyrinth of darkness, I stumbled forward, my mind clouded by terror. Whispers danced on the edge of my consciousness, taunting me with their cryptic messages. Shadows swirled around me, morphing into grotesque shapes that made my blood run cold. The night seemed endless, each step taking me deeper into the abyss. I pleaded for the dawn to break, for the warmth of the sun to erase the nightmare that had consumed me. But my pleas went unanswered, and the darkness persisted. And then, as if by some cruel twist of fate, the sun's first rays peeked over the horizon, casting a dim light on my trembling form. The shadows melted away, their grip loosening as the daylight conquered the night. I collapsed to the ground, my body drained of energy and my spirit shattered. To this day, I cannot fully explain the horrors that unfolded that fateful night. The memory lingers, etched into my mind like an indelible mark. The night taught me that even in the stillness, when we are alone with our thoughts, there are forces lurking just beyond our comprehension. And in those darkest hours, we must find the strength to confront the unknown, for it is in our resilience that we truly triumph over fear.